Welcome to the WD168. You know, it's been said it is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Amidst all the dark news, let me share with you a candle that was just lit during the 168 at the Western Diocese. Last week, we announced the formation of a new humanitarian initiative launched by the Western Diocese aimed at supporting displaced families from Artsakh. As we are well aware of the tense situation in post-war Armenia, the economic crisis, the devastation of the ongoing pandemic, thousands of wounded soldiers, bereaved families, and displaced refugees require major and, more importantly, long-term solutions in terms of finances, spiritual, medical help, psychological support. Under the direction of our diocesan primate, Archbishop Hovnan Derderian, and in collaboration with the Department of Social Services of the Mother See of Holy Etchmiadzin, the plans to deliver this much-needed assistance is already in motion. The situation is very dynamic and difficult to assess, and that's where the networking power of the Armenian Church, with its churches and the villages and towns, gives us an edge on disaster recovery. As the repatriation to Artsakh continues every day, officials try to finalize the actual number of families who will remain in Armenia for at least the foreseeable future. Through the Mother See of Holy Etchmiadzin, we are working very closely with governmental and non-governmental agencies to assess the needs of the displaced and to facilitate essential help through church-run soup kitchens, temporary housing projects, and other buildings that have been converted into shelters. These buildings include, campgrounds, cultural centers, and even seminary housing. An ad hoc committee has been formed and quickly assessments have been made. But so much has to do with the conditions on the ground and specific needs of individuals. In some instances, warm clothing and bedding will need to be provided. For one person, the cost of winter clothes, coats, sweaters, sweats, hat, gloves, boots, etc., and bedding is approximately 50,000 dram or $100. For another, it might be something else. Another group is comprised of repatriated families who, after returning to their towns, are faced with the harsh reality of building their homes and lives in the face of economic hardship. We should mention that the Minister of Labor and Social Services of Armenia and Artsakh provides some financial aid to the people for housing, utilities, and healthcare, including post-amputation prosthetics for wounded soldiers. And let's not forget that major infrastructure, roads, water pipes, natural gas lines, power plants, houses, hospitals, etc., have been demolished and will be restored by government of Armenia and Artsakh through the Armenia Fund, international humanitarian aids, and government grants. In other words, this is huge and long-term. The humanitarian efforts of the Western Diocese will concentrate on the immediate needs of those most vulnerable groups. In doing this, says Sarpazan, we also aim to centralize sporadic fundraising efforts and humanitarian initiatives organized by individuals or groups that spread our collective resources thin, thus making our endeavors less effective. Considering the somberness of the situation, Sarpazan has designated all parish priests and parish council chairs and chairs of diocesan auxiliary bodies as ex officio members of this ad hoc committee. Along with the physical needs of the people, the primate is encouraging volunteer groups of psychologists, psychiatrists, family therapists, counselors, life coaches, and medical specialists to join this mission and spend some time in Armenia, rendering their professional services. Sarpazan said, "It is our moral duty to ensure that our compatriots remain in Armenia and Artsakh, emerging stronger from the devastation of war, and continue contributing to the prosperity of our country despite all odds." Stay tuned to the Diocesan News on our Facebook page, on our website, via your local church's news forum to find the latest activities and, more importantly, light a candle to counter the darkness. The devastation of lives and property can never be forgotten. From Holy Echmiadzin to every church in the farthest reaches of the diaspora, last Sunday was a memorial day for the fallen soldiers, the heroes and the martyrs of the Artsakh war. Despite COVID regulations, Armenians throughout the world participated in remembering our fallen martyrs in church courtyards, in our homes, wherever they could gather. Remember, this was a war that was forced upon us, and the battle at Artsakh will be remembered always. Finally, we wish to report that the beloved primate of the Artsakh Diocese, Archbishop Pargev Martirosyan, following the war has come to Los Angeles, where he underwent a successful procedure only a few days ago. We keep him in our prayers for a speedy recovery. It is Thanksgiving week here in the United States. We leave you with best wishes for a safe holiday. This Thursday morning, we will be launching 1,000 balloons, sending our prayers and the names of our martyrs up to the heavens. We hope you'll join us in this beautiful expression of love and devotion. Our toy drive launches as well this week, bringing cheer to the children here and in Armenia. These are just a few of the many gestures that remind us that it is better to light a candle than to curse the darkness. Amidst all the darkness, find some time to light a candle of thanksgiving for the blessings we do enjoy, the simple fact of taking a breath, enjoying the landscape or a seascape, finding beauty in a flower, finding joy in the smile of an innocent baby, or finding the power of Christ in the actions of His Holy Church, your Armenian Church. Yes, those candles do light up the darkness. Happy Thanksgiving.